Hi Gemini, I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to your general messages for July 8th through the 14th of 2020. Attaching the astrology for this week in the description box below the video. I do encourage you guys to check that out because Chiron is going retrograde in Aries from the 11th of July until December 15th. And that's going to be 157 days of fabulous healing for us, guys. So really good stuff to understand. And I do throw in the other couple of other transits that are happening this week. So definitely check that out if you have the time. Okay, let's pull a Celtic cross spread, and then we're going to be pulling qualifiers for general, career, and then relationship only, okay, as we go along. Okay, we starting with the Death and the Six of Cups. Wow, okay, can tell. Gonna be Tower. Okay, can we have more transformative cards, please? My goodness, my goodness. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, well, we got the Sun, so that's really good. What are you so deep in thought about, my Gemini friends? Let's see what's going on. Okay, remember, guys, these are general messages. Don't try to make them fit if they don't. We have 4th house, we have Aries, we have Pluto. So why don't we talk about Pluto first? Okay, so we know Pluto's all about transformation, so you have to be ready to deal with something that's gone on here. Some sort of treasure that's been disguised as a loss is what I say with this energy. Something is being stripped away and purged and wiped out of your life to really make way for something new and better and more benefic for you. But first you need to grieve what's leaving and sit with it. Right, guys? This is what I mentioned in the Chiron retrograde energy. It's being able to feel the sensation of the negative energies or the healing, right? It's just sloughing off of you, you know. And this does indicate a psychological death. There's nothing fun about that. There's nothing fun about a psychological death, but please don't look at that as negative. This is very necessary because it's going towards something. It's disguised as a loss, which means that there's something really beautiful on the other side, you know. But this is a time of healing, right? We have the 4th house energy. This is about home, and this is the Cancer energy. This is Moon. This is getting in touch with what makes us feel safe and grounded and okay, and spend some time retreating, right, in your own private world. What makes you feel loved and cared for and cozy, and really speaking to that inner you, that inner child, and bringing yourself what you need as you're navigating through this release and this transformation. Yeah. But then we have Aries. I mean, and in Aries is all about time to move on, an idea, a new approach. So I definitely feel this, you know, this, you are grieving and healing something while you're opening up the door in a different direction for yourself to move in. But I feel like you might be a little confused as you do this transformation, transferring of energies, whatever it is. We have Mars, yeah. I mean, we have the Mars is the warrior planet. It's ruled by Aries. So we got Aries here. So we have like double. It's like, you know, double Mars here, basically. Mars is going to be very profound for us, right? I mean, July through December. I don't want to talk about this too much. I want to wait until Mars goes retrograde in September to do like a Mars video. But the idea here is that there's going to be definitely this this fresh path, this new perspective that you're going to be exercising for sure. You absolutely are. But what's interesting to me, what I'm feeling is you're not even 100% sure of what that even means. Does that make sense? I don't know. Hopefully we'll see. But that's what I'm feeling right now about this. So let's get into the cards here. So Princess of Wands. This is in the past. So this could be yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Really, the cards really just, they don't understand man-made time. They just don't. So, but this is a Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. Okay, so what this is telling me is there was something that you were involved in that you felt very excited by. Now, if this was a relationship, there was somebody who you felt a deep a very deep, almost spiritual, not spiritual, because that would be more Pisces, more like in resonance with your belief system, right? Also somebody, if this was a relationship, somebody that you felt very sexually attracted to, right? Because it's Scorpio energy and Scorpio rules sex. Or you could have heavy Scorpio in your chart. You might be dealing with somebody who has heavy Scorpio. But there was a lot of motivation and a lot of desire and want and will to actually move forward in something, if this has to do with a relationship. Same thing if it has to do with career, where you were in a career where you felt like, yeah, all right, this is great. This is, this is really what I've been looking for. This is finally happening for me. Getting to that space of feeling like things are going in a good direction with my career, right? And feeling very connected to it, right? Because again, wands are will and motivation and passion, right? It's having a passion for what it is that you're getting into. Now, the situation that we have right now, we have the Death, and then we have, of course, by the Six of Cups. So for many of you, it could be that relationship ended up not working out. And the cycle ended up dying, okay? And for lack of a better term, I mean very directly, the Death is a Scorpio energy. It's Pluto. Pluto's about transformation. It's about a cycle ending and a simultaneous new beginning, all right, at the same time. Now, we have, what's interesting here, though, with the Six of Cups for me, is that I am feeling for many of you, it's the ending of a relationship, but the return of somebody from the past, okay? Because the Six of Cups energy is a return from somebody from the past. It is the most powerful reconciliation card, really. It's Sun in Scorpio. So now, if you are not resonating with this as somebody from your past, you couldn't be meeting somebody who you feel like you've met before, or you've known before, or you knew, even if you weren't involved with them intimately, you knew them from a different part of your life. Maybe you knew them in high school or college or elementary school, from whatever it is, right? But it is the return of so it's something ending, and I feel like it is the return of something from the past. So something that you were in is ending for many of you, and something is coming back from the past. For others of you, this could be you felt very passionately about somebody in the past. The way that unhealthy relationship was transpiring is ending, and there is this new beginning and this return of this person from the past, but under the guise of newness, under the guise of epiphanies and come to Jesus moments and all of that. All right, so that's for relationships. I'm giving you a couple of scenarios that I'm getting because this is a general reading, right? So it's going to resonate with those of you out there differently. For those of you where it has nothing to do with relationship, this is you having felt very passionately about your job, but your job ended, at least in the way that it was. Okay, so maybe you're working from home now, or you're working differently, or you're working less, or you're working whatever, maybe not at all. Maybe you lost your job, whatever it is, but there was the ending of the way something was. But then there's a return of something from the past as far as a job opportunity goes, or a way that you used to do something, or the return of the desire of doing something that you started from the past and you picking it up again, but it being handled in a little bit of a different way so that you were able to actually bring it to fruition. Now, in the crowning energy, it's just very interesting to me because I do a lot of shuffling between tapings, guys, I really do. And then I do additional shuffles on camera, as you guys could see. And I've been getting the Justice card in every reading, which I think is really interesting to me, because this really is a time of, because we have Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, all retrograde. Now, in addition to, well, Mercury is going to be going direct on the 12th, not out of shadow until the 26th, but now we're going to have Chiron retrograde. We have all these retrogrades that really have us all looking in the rearview mirror, assessing, saying, how fair was that relationship for me? In reality, how fair was I? How much did that job really speak to me? How fair were the people in that job? Did I get my fair compensation? Did I feel good about myself being involved in that, right? Because remember, the Justice energy is Libra. Libra is that 7th house of deep partnerships. So it could be marital connections, but also business partnerships and people who we have a shared soul connection, even in our career. But it is ruled by Venus. And Venus is that trifecta of money, of self-worth, and of love. Did we love what we were doing? Did we feel good about ourselves? Were we being compensated fairly? If this has to do with relationship, the idea of were things equitable? Did everybody bring the same amount to the tables? As far as money, as far as connection, as far as communication, as far as being responsible in the relationship and showing up. Was everybody doing what they were supposed to do? And this is you recognizing if you weren't, where were you faltering? If they weren't, where were they faltering? But there has to be this recognition, because I do sense that there needs to be some healing involved there. But the foundation is the Tower energy, which is the ending of something, Gemini. It's something being illuminated, realizing, and the recognition being, you know what, this thing, whatever it is, it did reach its expiration date. This was like a soul contract that's reached its end, and it's really time for Mars to come in and do his thing. Because this is a Mars energy, and Mars is saying, come on, Gemini, honey, it's time to go on this path, right? In light of this information, it's time to go on this path. This is never going to be able to be what you want it to be or what you think it should be or any of that. The reality is it's not. And so we need to leave this for now, and we need to get on the Chariot, because it's connected to the Chariot in numerology, and we need to go towards that metaphorical home space, because the Chariot is a Cancer energy, right? So that's what needs to happen now. This is very important for you to understand this, Gem, because whatever I feel like is... I'm feeling very strong that there was this deep passion, that there was this ending, right, within the Death energy. But then there was this revisiting of it, but this revisiting ended up inciting this reality that things were just never going to be fair and square. It's a cheesy old term, but you know what I mean? Having to do with money, having to do with connection, having to do with whatever you need in that relationship. It was just never going to be what it was that you needed it to be. And so, but you're confused here with the Two of Swords is a confusing energy, right? It's a moon in Libra. One, swords are truth. So, you have on the one hand the truth where it's like, I really want to be in that career. I really still want that project to move forward. I still want to be with that person. I still want to have that friendship or that family connection. But then on the other hand, it's saying you're getting in touch with what your belly is telling you, right? In that moon energy, you're saying, yeah, but you know what? I know it's not the best thing for me. I know, but I'm just not 100% sure how to actually let it all go. And it's not an easy energy when we're dealing with the Tower. I could sit here all day long and say how it's for your own good, Gemini. It's to bring you on that rightful path, yada, yada, yada. You know what? At the end of the day, this hurts. There's nothing fun about it. Nothing fun, what'd I say? There's nothing fun about a psychological death. About losing your job, about that marriage ending, about that relationship finally reaching its expiration date, that friendship no longer working out, that family connection being so toxic you just can't possibly staying in it anymore. Am I speaking in gerunds? I don't even know what I'm saying, but you get the idea. Now, the external energy to you is the Emperor. The Emperor is an Aries energy. Now, I got to tell you, for those of you who are ending in a relationship, leaving something in the past, man, do you have a beautiful energy waiting for you on the other side of that fence. No kidding. This is not you. This is external to you. Now, that's for those of you in relationship. The Emperor is a true ride or die, true blue. What other kind of cheesy sayings can I come up with for like a good person? I mean, but really a beautiful... The only little caveat that you have to understand with the Emperor energy, even though it's an Aries energy, it's fabulous, and it's like, come on, let's go. I know what I need to do as far as making this relationship go, work, right? This is a very take charge kind of energy, but the thing is, this is also somebody, when it comes to relationship, who understands the rules and regulations, right? Even though it's an Aries energy, so I was kind of think it's kind of funny that it's attached to Aries in that way. Because Aries is like, we'll think about it later. But the Emperor doesn't do that. The Emperor, so it can be a little challenging for those of you who can be a smidge boring. Okay, I'm just going to say it like that, right? But But the payoff is somebody who is very interesting, who's very business savvy, who understands what's necessary to make a strong connection work. I mean, all really beautiful stuff. Now, if this has nothing to do with relationship, and that's male or female, by the way, you know, gender doesn't matter here. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or obviously if you're a man, this would be a woman, or, you know, if you're same gender, whatever, it's a partner, okay? So then we have the Emperor as a career influence. The Emperor could be somebody who owns a business, is some sort of head of something, offering you this position and you being confused. Ooh, should I take it? You know, meeting that person, this fabulous person for a relationship. Ooh, should I take the chance? Gem, be careful to not sabotage, because you know what happens, right? With that Geminian energy is like, everything could look just so fabulous about this person, and then boop, at the drop of a hat, something happens and you're like, you get scared. The fear is under it, but you could talk yourself out of any good thing, right? So you just want to be careful of that. But and you want to be careful of that relationship, you know, friendship, career, opportunity, anything like that. But I am understanding this for those of you with career as there being something really good that's going to be offered to you, that's going to bring stability for you, which is going to be a really, really good thing. But now we have the Five of Coins as your fear, and your fear is that it's just not going to bring you the money that you're looking for, or that you're ultimately, if it has to do with a relationship, that you're ultimately not going to end up feeling the level of connection that you really want, and that you're not going to end up getting that support that you're really looking for. You're afraid. This is a fear. It's not real. And this is a psychological fear inside a psychological fear, because the Five of Coins energy, regardless, is a psychological fear where there is less support available to you than there actually is. You actually have more than you're recognizing right now. So I'm really not concerned about that, because it's in your fear, and it's a fear of fear of fear, right? Let's just focus on the beautiful sun, right? Beautiful. Nice. This is the outcome. I like it. Listen, the sun is about, let's understand the sun energy, okay? Because you have to work in the sun energy. The sun energy doesn't just fix absolutely everything for you, but what does the sun do? It illuminates, it brings warmth, it brings nutrients, and what's necessary in order to cultivate and grow things, right? It does not shoot from the sky fully grown trees and fully blossomed flowers, right? No, it gives us what we need to grow things, but it's up to us to go and plant. It's up to us to cultivate that land and to give it what's necessary in order to make that happen. You follow? There's a level of responsibility on our part for it, but everything is going to be presented to you that's necessary to grow this thing, to grow this relationship with this Emperor energy, to grow this thing in this new career, to bring that project to fruition. So whatever it is, whatever you're feeling confused about here, this is really telling you, take that chance. It's all about the Emperor right now. Gemini, for you, it's all about the Emperor. And you're just going to be still second guess. You know, this is the thing. And this is no shade on you guys. You guys know I'm a Gemini sun. Okay. Let me tell you our problem with all of our gifts, okay? And obviously we have other things in all of our charts to make us lean other ways other than this way, right? I mean, most of you do know that, but I do want to say that for those who are relatively new to tarot, relatively new to astrology. But the Hermit energy is about taking the mental space to do some thinking. Right? And this is Virgo, a fellow Mercury energy, right? Mercury rules us, rules our sun, right? Also rules Virgo, right? So there's a lot of thinking. This is a very mental energy, and sometimes we can think ourselves out of the best things, and that's the problem. We want to be careful. We want to be careful that we're grounded in reality, and that if something really great is happening to us, that we keep one foot grounded in reality and say, all right, if I'm feeling negative about this on any level, am I creating some sort of projection of fear because of the past? Am I allowing fears to color anything here, or am I truly dealing with what I'm being presented with in reality? Very important question, because you don't want to go sabotaging anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you have so much good energy here. Don't go sabotaging anything for yourself with that quick mind, you know, right? We think we could... Few signs can mess things up as quickly as we can. You know what I mean? Because we're so fast and we're so like, oh, what the hell was I thinking? Right? Meanwhile, it's like, no, truly, what were you thinking? You know what I mean? Before you mess that thing up. So I have to tell you, whatever's leaving, and I know you don't want to hear this, Shem. Look, and again, for me too, we're all going through. It is for it's for our betterment. But man, is there something better right there? And I feel like a lot of you already know what it is. Or at least you have this tickle of what it is, whether it's a career, an idea, a person, somebody from the past, something's tickling at you. You're like, oh, I don't know, should I call them? If they don't call you, you're going to be calling them. Something's going to be happening here. Absolutely. So, okay, there's that. So let's see what the Rebel Oracle has for us as far as a message. Yeah, we have to make sure we don't get it in our own way, and we're sure to figure things out in the way that we need to figure something out. Oh, heaven sent. I love it. This is so funny to me. Okay. All right. Why is this funny? Because this is, okay. Did you ever have a problem or a situation and you were just like, I have no idea how I'm going to figure this out, and then out of nowhere, through serendipity, through just some sort of turn of events within your soul and within your mind and within your energy field, the answer just somehow illuminates itself? That's what happens here with the heaven sent. So whatever you're feeling confused about, feeling trepidatious about, feeling like you're just so unsure, heaven sent means you're going to be getting help from the other side, Gem. Somebody who loves you very much on the other side, or maybe just spirit himself, herself, is just going to be inciting and infusing whatever energy is necessary, naturally, very organically, for you to make that decision and for you to realize something in a more definitive way. You're not going to feel that pain of the transition of something so much. There's going to be a lessening of that. There's going to be something coming in to help you through this, to kind of hold your hand metaphorically and energetically into this next phase that you're going into. So it's just not all going to feel so painful and upside down and challenging in the same way. There's going to be healing here that's going to bring you onto that, into that next phase. So I do really like that for you guys. So that's really great. So now let's pull some cards for those of you wanting more information on relationship. Okay, so we're at a little above 22 minutes into this video. Those of you who are not interested in getting more information for relationship, thank you so much for joining me, and you could click off now. Okay, so for the rest of us here, this is going to be for relationship only. Okay, I'm just going to pull a few love oracles, island time wellness, and some shadowscape tarot for additional messages. Okay, so we have new love. Now the new love in this deck can also mean somebody coming back from the deep past, where it's handled in a different way, in a new way, you understand? Okay, let's see what you're going to be dealing with on an emotional level. Island time wellness. Healthy choices, the dragonfly, self-indulgence, kisses. Okay. Good. Okay, pull some shadowscape, and then we'll bring it all together for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus energies. Two of Pentacles, yeah. I had a feeling that was 10 of Cups, lovely. Six of Cups, another 6 of Cups energy, really? And then the Moon, oh boy, okay. Yeah. Gem, something to do with your past. I have to tell you, something to do with the past. Either you thinking heavily about the past, somebody coming back from the past. But let's go through this. So new love. We have a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, or a new love is going to be returning from the deep past. We have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept the support from others. So I do see you going through something, right? When I threw the Daiwoods, this is going to be about climbing to that cozy fourth house energy, licking your wounds, getting over something from your past, and allowing it to sort of fall off of you naturally. You can't just shove it down and not think about it, right? That's never good. That ends up rearing its head in a healthy way. Then it says free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Nice. Good, healthy energy. Love yourself first. Yes. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Very good. Beautiful. I love it. Those are all positive. Then we have healthy choices, more good stuff. Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. The dragonfly. Being lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light. This is the tower. The dragonfly is the tower. Something coming to light and you realizing that something needed to be over. Self-indulgence. Focus on self-worth. Time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. This is all about the Chiron being retrograde energy. Really good. This is not a selfish kind of self-indulgence at all. This is about focusing, Gemini, on what you need and what you can't tolerate in relationship anymore. And also areas that you feel like you need to soften up your touch a little bit as well. Then we have kisses. Unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So I feel like, okay, enter the Emperor energy. We have the Two of Pentacles, you being confused, Jupiter and Capricorn. Do I go with the new path or do I stay with the old one? Which one is easier? Which one is harder? Which one is going to bring me what I'm really looking for? And being in a state of pause where you're not 100% cutting anything off, even though things I feel like have ended. I'm talking about from an energetic perspective. You still may be in this space of, I don't know, right? But guys, listen, you got to let it go, because then we have the Ten of Cups energy. I mean, really? This is Mars and Pisces. Pisces is that dream energy. It's that Ten of Cups energy. But because it's next to the Six of Cups, I feel like this is happening with somebody from your past. Or somebody, again, it doesn't have to be an actual relationship that you had in your past. I can't emphasize that enough. If you look back at all of your past relationships and you were like, every single one was a hot mess and they're in the rearview mirror for a reason, then this is an energy that you either knew but were never romantically involved with, but you knew them, or you have that soul connection where you're like, yes, you are like my people. We're cut from the same cloth, kind of thing, with the Seven of Cups energy. But this is a really beautiful energy, and this is about transformation, but it going really, really beautifully. And then we have the moon energy. Now, the moon in tarot is associated to Pisces. Pisces is that 12th house energy, that dream space, ruled by Neptune. You could be in a space where it's like, oh my God, okay, you know what? This is all really, really good. I don't know. Can I trust it? Can I trust it? And that's where your mind can get in your own way. You want to be careful, right? Because the moon is what you think about in private. It's what you do in private. Make sure you are on the up and up in private, Gemini. Don't do anything shady. Behind the scenes, behind somebody's back. No. Because you're confused for a minute, don't do it. All right? Let the fog clear. Let the fog clear. This is, okay, and I don't normally give advice like this, but I'm going to tell you, just because this is so obvious to me, that an energy is going to be returning either from a past life or from an earlier time in your life that is completely benefic, but you're still energetically still connected to something that is really not meant for your highest good in your past. And you're going to be in this space of confliction, and you want to make sure that you don't do anything under the surface behind somebody's back where you're still doing any sort of communicating, or listen, you can't help what you think or feel, right? But if something's done, let it be done. Let it be done, because you don't want anything to be sabotaged with this new energy that you're going into, right? Because of something that you're thinking, because this is the reality. Again, the reality is we have Pluto, we have Jupiter, we have Saturn, we have Neptune. Now we have Chiron retrograde. We have so much retrograde energy, guys, going on until mid-September that it's going to be hard for us, even if we know that things need to be left in the past, for us to fully cut those energetic cords until all this retrograde season is over. But that doesn't mean that what's coming in isn't completely positive, right? It's you know what I'm saying? We're going to be doing all of that healing and that letting go of that relationship, friendship, family connection, whatever it is that we need to let go of in general. This is in general, because those are the retrogrades that are happening for everybody. But this is really good. So don't mess it up when it comes in, because I see you coming in. You know what I mean? I do see something coming in. That is what I have for you, my Gemini friends. If you found this reading helpful in any way, please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.